You think AI sees faces. It doesn't. It sees contrast. Every pixel is scanned for sudden brightness changes. And from that, edges appear. This is the first step of computer vision, and we're building it in pure Java. Now let's create our main JavaFX class. We'll name it FaceEdgesFX. This class will handle the window, load the image, and render the edge detection effect. We import animation timer to create a real-time update loop. It lets our JavaFX application refresh continuously, frame by frame. Next we import the application class because every JavaFX program must extend it. It provides the entry point for launching our graphical application. We import swingFX utils to convert images between swings buffered image and JavaFX image format. The JavaFX.geometry package provides layout positioning tools like insets and pos. These help us control spacing, alignment, and positioning inside our user interface. We import the scene class because every JavaFX window needs a scene container. It holds all our UI components and connects them to the main application stage. We import the canvas package to draw custom graphics. It gives us the canvas and graphics context classes, which let us render images and apply our edge detection visually. We import the control package to use UI components like buttons, sliders, and labels. These controls allow users to interact with our application and adjust the edge detection settings. We import drop shadow to add a subtle shadow effect around our canvas, giving the interface a more polished, visual depth. We import the image package to work directly with images. It provides classes like image, PixelReader, and PixelWriter, which allow us to access and modify pixels for edge detection. We import the layout package to organize our user interface. It provides containers like border pane and VBox to structure the application cleanly. We import the color class to define custom colors for backgrounds, text, and edges. It helps us control the visual style of our application. We import the text package to display and style text inside our application. It allows us to control fonts, weight, and layout. We import the stage package to manage the main application window. It controls how our program is displayed on screen. We import image.io to read image files from the computer. It allows us to load external images into our application. We import buffered image to temporarily store image data when reading files. We import the file class to access image files from the system. It allows our application to locate and load images selected by the user. By extending application, we turn this class into a JavaFX application. The start method is the main entry point of every JavaFX application. It receives the primary stage, which represents the main window where we build our interface. Here we define the width and height of our application window. We set it to 550 by 800 pixels. Now we declare the main variables used throughout our application. The canvas is where we draw everything: images, edges, and animations. The original image stores the face loaded by the user. Then we create two separate images for edge detection results. One will store the Sobel output, and the other will store our Canny light implementation. Keeping them separate allows us to switch between algorithms without recalculating every frame. The reveal variable controls how much of the edge image is shown on screen. It starts at 0, meaning nothing is revealed yet. As it increases, more of the edge detection result becomes visible from left to right. The auto-reveal flag determines whether this animation runs automatically. Here we define the user interface controls that allow interaction with our application. The toggle group manages our algorithm selection, ensuring only one option, Sobel or Canny light, can be selected at a time. The slider controls the threshold value, which adjusts how sensitive the edge detection algorithm is. And finally, the status label displays messages to the user, such as when an image is loaded or when processing is complete. This method converts our image into a grayscale format. Edge detection works best when we analyze brightness values instead of full color. So here, we loop through each pixel and calculate its luminance, storing the result in a two-dimensional array for further processing. Here we create a two-dimensional array to store grayscale intensity values for every pixel in the image. The size matches the image height and width. Then we use a pixel reader to access individual pixel colors from the original image, so we can analyze and convert each one into brightness values. This loop moves vertically through the image, processing one row at a time. It starts at the top and continues down until every pixel row is analyzed. This inner loop moves horizontally across each row of the image. While the outer loop handles height, this one processes width, examining every pixel from left to right before moving to the next row. Here we retrieve the color of the current pixel at position X and Y. The pixel reader gives us its red, green, and blue values for further processing. This line converts the pixel's color into a grayscale brightness value. Instead of simply averaging red, green, and blue, we use a weighted formula. That's because the human eye is more sensitive to green light, less sensitive to red, and even less to blue. So we multiply red by 0, 2126, green by 0, 7152, and blue by 0, 0722. These weights produce a more accurate luminance value. We then multiply by 255. Because JavaFX color components are normalized between 0 and 1, and we want brightness in the standard 0 to 255 range. Finally, we store the result in our grayscale array for edge detection processing.